Hello everybody, and welcome back to yet another BeamNG video. And today we're going to be reviewing a KLJP mod, or well, the KLJP mod, as it has been updated recently, and not gonna lie, it's actually pretty interesting. It features a lot of new trims for the Covet, because I don't really think it covered the Covet before. At least from my memory, it didn't. So, now with this update, the Covet's been brought into the equation. So now there's cool JDM Covet stuff, USDM Covet stuff. So, I was thinking, you know what? Why not check it out today? See what it has to offer. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop right into it. Now, you may notice that I have a bunch of bogus cars here when I load up the thing, because, I don't know, man, when I just see something, I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't mind crashing that, like the BMW M4. Okay, so, a beach Covet, 152. So all this is not part of it. Neither is all of this. All of this is not part of it. Neither is my personal Covet. Okay, so this is where it begins. Right here. The 13S. Now this is part of the mod. As you can tell, this is official BeamNG. This is custom. So, as you can tell, there's also another 1.5 DX, and they have this one. So this is kind of this facelifted or whatever. I don't know which one came first, but I guess they're produced alongside each other, or maybe not the same assembly line because one sucks more than the other one. Now, as you can tell, this is very base model. Nothing special about it. Of course, it is a JDM vehicle because it is right-hand drive. And it also does have, or seems to have, an updated gauge cluster, which is very cool. And I believe there's probably supposed to be some other gauge here, and some other tachometer or something. I don't know, maybe RPM, but this thing is very basic. And goes to show that, you know, low budget vehicles don't really have too much. It's not really a surprise. And to be honest, it is a nice car, but it's very basic. Handles about how a basic vehicle should, like this low model, you know, trim level. And as you can see here, this model will kind of help you. The power weight ratio will help kind of show how much power these make, because I don't know, I may not address it when we're in the vehicle thing, but yeah. So this makes a whopping 66 horsepower, and if I'm correct, this is carbureted, so it's just not like a fuel injected or whatever, or you know, just what we'd call more modern day intakes and whatnot. So, this car is relatively good. It handles adequately. I would say that it's pretty good. It works for an economy car. And the 66 horsepower is probably enough to get you to where you need to be. Also, sorry if there was the sound in the background. I'm just getting my breakfast ready because I just woke up. Gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, overall, I believe this is, what is it, based off of a Civic? Or an older generation of the Civic? 'Cause I know the Civic was introduced in like 74, I believe. But yeah, it's probably based off of a bunch of other cars as well. But overall, I like this car, it's really nice. Just not the base model, the 13S. But it does go pretty fast, I will admit. Alright, let's probably kill this thing now. Oof. Wow. Okay, so that has a questionable crumple zone. Wow, it even broke the exhaust off the underside of the vehicle. Damn. Oof. Yeah, so. Alright. Next trim level. We're gonna see a lot of my inventory today. Ooh boy. Okay. Oh, this wasn't carbureted. Now this is carbureted. The other one wasn't. So that was just... okay. Now this is carbureted. For whatever reason it makes more horsepower? Huh. Let's see. Oh yeah. It is carbureted. Oh, okay. So it handles about the same as the other one. It's not really too different. Minus the fact there's like 10 some odd extra horsepower. Which doesn't seem to make much of a difference. Oh. God, I always hate hiccups. Jesus. Whew. Tough times. But yeah. You know, there's nothing really much different about this, minus this this CRX body style, or the headlights, because this is what I believe is based off of a CRX, judging by just the headlights and some of the body style. Probably not the tail lights, but yeah. Okay. 152 variants. Good God. Okay. So now we've moved on from boring territory. So now you can see there's now a camback version of the Covet. Now basically this is the same vehicle. I guess, because we don't necessarily need to review this, because this is the same exact vehicle as this. There's literally nothing different about them, minus the body style being changed. So, I guess we can just kind of swap out here and there, just to showcase both of the trim, you know, differentiating trim levels, but also different body styles. Now, I believe this was based off of the CRX, judging by the body style here. In this car, it's a whopping 89 horsepower. 89. Yes. And see, they had the RPM gauge. It's nice. So now we've actually gone into a more complete territory. Instead of having a very base model vehicle, now we've had a better upgraded version of a base model that offers a bit more, judging by the fact that this actually has the RPM on it. And yeah, I believe this is also follows USDM standards, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it does say miles per hour on it. I believe that's kind of like the universal speed limit is 55 right there, so. believe. Yeah. Yeah, it has the marker lights on the rear. Okay, so that does conform to USDM standard. And you have the side turn signals. Perfect. Well, that's interesting. Oh no! Oh, crap. Oh well. The only reason that crash happened is because I was trying to eat something, and then it kind of fell apart, and I had to try and pick up all the pieces, and then last thing I know, I'm crashed into a wall. Oh well. So be it. Okay. Now we are moving on to the JDM territory, which is the 15 SE. I know. Absolutely crazy. And I believe that these ones are the exact same. Are they? Yeah. It's just this one has a manual, so as you know, it's a manual. So we could either do automatic or manual for our early generation vehicle. Let's do manual. And theoretically, a manual should have a lower price cost as opposed to an automatic, but whatever. As you can tell, this makes 89 horsepower, I believe, like the other one did. The car, the CRX we just drove. It's good braking distance. Overall, looks the same. I mean, basically, this is the JDM adaptation of the whatchamacallit. Oh, why am I forgetting? The other one that we just drove with the CRX, the 1.5 DXi. So it's basically the same car, just conforms to the USDM or JDM regulations. So it's not too much that is different, but there is noticeable things. For starters, it's right-hand drive and doesn't have the USDM standard marker lights on the rear. Turn signals have been moved down instead of being up there, and then they have the side turn signal there. So it's really not much that's special about this car. It's just JDM. And you can also tell it's a JDM, mostly because it reads only kilometers an hour. So they use the metric system, but we use Imperial, because we are annoying. And there goes the car. Absolutely wrecked. But hey, I mean, it's not, at least it's not ours. I mean, I don't know where we're sourcing them. How should I know? There's just a selection of vehicles for me to play around with. Okay, so we just finished that. Now we're moving on to the LXI. And we can either do well, let's do automatic. Because for whatever reason the manual's more expensive. I don't know why, but oh well. Now you can see we're finally in the 100 horsepower territory. Wow. This car definitely looks more aesthetically pleasing. I definitely love the green on it. And as you can tell, the interior has a more interesting vinyl. It's not like a boring, solid, flat color kind of thing. It's like, here's some cool 80s vinyl. I'll definitely tell you, these seats remind me of the 4Runner that we had. Really interesting vinyl that thing had, but and also just some other genuine vinyls from the 80s and 90s with the cloth. Definitely very cool. But as you can tell, this car is definitely an upgrade from the previous cars that we had. Definitely a nice higher trim level. This is probably more preferable, as it doesn't seem like an economic crisis car, even though it still kind of does, it still kind of doesn't. Simultaneously, so yeah. There we go. I don't want to damage it too much, but I guess it can be fixed. Maybe. Unless your insurance company says it's totaled. Okay, so now we are probably going to be moving on into the more interesting territory. I know the start of this video has probably been like boring garbage, because I mean, let's be honest, who finds these interesting? Alright, so now we call this a mid-trim early GDM model. This is more ideal, as you can tell. Now this has a two-tone, and it has the newer headlights, from what I can see. Now, finally, it has the sexagram hubcaps, and actually a very ideal two-tone. I do like this, with a brown interior. Huh. Okay. This thing makes 104 horsepower. Still rather upgrades from the 60 whatever horsepower, 66 horsepower that the base model had. Overall, handles nicely. Still handles the same about, you know, as an economy car would. Nothing really that different. Say inline 5. This doesn't sound like an inline 5. And there goes our hubcap. Well, let's see how bad we can make this crash. And I'll put it in slow-mo. Crazy. Alright, on to the next trim level. And I think that's a better than one. Of course it's a better one. What was I thinking? But it's a nicer, more ideal trim than literally everything else that we've driven. Okay. Way overshot the Covet. Okay, so we have now the full track, which, good God, is this organization kind of driving me nuts. Okay. Let's do this. Also, it was mentioning something about hubcaps, if I wasn't mistaken. Where are the hubcaps? What hubcaps? Either way, this Covet has 4-wheel drive. And it's a cool two-tone. And a cool livery. And a brown interior. Just goes hand in hand. Not there's any color conflicting or anything. Brown on like puke yellow. Yum yum. Very aesthetically pleasing. More or less. Definitely the livery is to appreciate. Looks pretty cool. Definitely screams early/late 80s. Ooh. Oh man, that was a bad accident. Oh well. At least it's not ours. Not that I know of. But yeah. Anyways, our next vehicle up would be Covet. Let's see. Let's find it. The next auto. Okay, now we have an aero model. Oh, it's a high efficiency. So this is for like aerodynamics. As you can tell, the power figure has decreased. Now it has an aero front grille and aerodynamic hubcaps. And blue interior. Now, I don't know the gas mileage of this car, but I'm assuming it's pretty good. Judging by the fact that yeah, it has all this aero stuff. And by the way, I think when I said it was said inline 5, it's a 1.5 there. I'm a genuine idiot. Oh well. Is what it is. Now this thing this thing doesn't have what we call, you know, speed or power. I mean, it only has 89 horsepower. So it's nothing to be proud of. But at the end of the day, it makes the car what it is, as long as it's high efficiency. Smaller engines and brighter design will accommodate for more fuel efficiency and gas mileage. Right, let's see how we can kill this thing. There's gonna be a fence. 77 miles per hour. If you have a 77-mile-per-hour crash, your sun visor will come out of the car to look like dog ears, and then, yeah, the whole front of your car will be about as flat as a school bus. Okay. Now, the next part shall be... What is the next vehicle? Aha! So we have a Royale. For a reason, one has a darker two-tone than the other one. I think I'll do this. And I saw twin cam V6. Now this is looking more pleasing. That alone tells you V6. Look at that Royale. We have a cool trunk spoiler. I like that. Interior still brown. Let's pop that hood. See, now we're packing with heat. Now we got a V6 in here. So apparently this is like one of the luxury models. At least JDM. What? Oh, it's an automatic. Duh. I was like, why doesn't it go above second? And I was like, oh, of course, because I put it in like the quote-unquote sport mode or whatever. 1.6 LE V6. Okay. So a lot of pointless badging. Overall, it is a nice car. I do like the look of it. Definitely screams like luxury. Feels like it has its own form of VTEC, because this thing is fast. I don't know why, but 141 horsepower really helps. And those high RPMs. Wow. Oh, insult the injury. How nice. Now that 7,500 or so RPM limit, that's pretty high for a mid-tier luxury model. Okay, now, next trim. Let's see. Oh boy, it has the hubcaps I like to use. Okay, so now we are with the ZXI, an early sport model, even though we have the most boring hubcaps known to man. Okay. Now you know this is fast because the Z is red. Yeah, the little dual-exit exhaust. Very, very sporty. Okay, this is a manual. As you can tell, this is sport because it has fog lights. Yeah. What the hell I just did there, but whatever. And you can definitely tell it's a sport model because 126 horsepower. So fast. Definitely gets up to speed quicker, I will admit. Definitely handles a bit better. Okay, actually I tried going around that, but it didn't work. As you can tell, special little inline 4 for this car, huh? Oop, didn't mean to open up the console. Look at that. Sport, twin cam. And you know it's fast because that's the red valve cover. That just screams speed. I mean, as they say, red makes you go faster, or whatever the saying really was, but that was basically more of like a paraphrase of it, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. Okay, scrolling down to the list, getting lost because the organization is questionable. Now we have the EDX. So basically, the same thing. There's a cam back. I guess we can drive it. Oh wait. Oh wait, no, it literally is the same car. Okay, well, no, we could just leave it because it's. We need to save some time, anyways. This video is going on pretty long. We're almost at the bottom of the list, anyways. So, okay, the next one is going to be the 1.5 ZXI EDX. So this is the camback. As you can tell, lower power figures, I believe, or maybe a little higher. But anyways, for ultimate downforce, a tiny little plastic wing on the back. The RPM goes up pretty high, I'll admit. Jeez Louise. Yeah, this thing was definitely geared for speed. Well, there goes our hubcaps. 86 miles per hour. Whew. Again with the dog ears. Happened again. Whew. Interesting. Still is a questionable crumple zone. But I mean, you never know what can happen. It's not like some dude in a truck's gonna come hitting you at like 90 miles per hour. You don't know that. Only time shall tell, right? Okay. Okay, so we did that. Oh, this. Type LS Roya. Manual. And the two-tone doesn't change or whatever. It's probably just the lighting there, but... As you can tell, again, V6, and it has actual alloys. Those are Pessima alloys, if I'm not mistaken. Looks very nice. Still has a brown interior. Different grille. And of course, it now says Type LS. No other garbage on there. Like 1.6 LS V6. No, it says Type LS V6. Definitely has, I believe, the same power figures as the original Royale, if I'm not mistaken. If it was like 120 horsepower, then I'm probably wrong. Or somewhere in that ballpark, but regardless, yeah, still pretty fast. Handles pretty nicely as well. Okay, let's try and kill ourselves on this traffic advisor here, which we successfully just done. I probably wouldn't even need to have given context. You probably would have known what was happening. And of course, it's completely totaled, and it won't go anywhere because both the half shafts are broken. Well then, interesting, huh? Yeah. Well. It is what it is. It is what it is. Now. Let's see, what is our next trim level? Oh boy, something actually exciting. Woohoo. There's gonna be some more special edition. So early 1.5 ZXI model with a special purple graphics and interior package along with Strim Pacific Akudai rims and more. Sold as a limited model. So we have a limited edition run trim. Ooh, hello. We gotta actually take free cam to observe the beauty of this automobile. Say Elysian Special Edition. Wow. And now the actual filler panel or whatever is body colored. Or it's actually part of the bumper, rather. Which is cool. Oh. That's cool. It has a cool little trim, a little white trim around the whole body. Like that. And then the interior, oh boy. Looks like an arcade carpet. Elysian Special Edition. Very purple, but I like it. It's unique. It's inline 4. Or it's an inline 4, I should say. Anything special about the engine? No. Just a twin cam. Okay. What even says Elysian on the steering wheel? That's cool. Boy, does it peel. And I just forgot to mention, there's a roof spoiler. There's two spoilers, a trunk spoiler and a roof spoiler. Overall, this thing's pretty cool. It's like a midnight purple. It's not exactly midnight purple, but it's within the ballpark of it. So, if you want a flashy car that stands out, like, oh, I'm special, get one of these. And this time, I don't want to total this, because this is actually really unique. Yeah, we shall park it right here, overlooking the water. Very nice view. Okay. Now, I think there are 2 more special edition trims of this vehicle. Should be, is the word I'm using here. Okay, scroll down the list. There's the Elysian. Okay, the F1. Commemorative early JDM sport model with stiffer suspension, larger wheels, tires, special decals, sport interiors, sway bars, more powerful. Sold in limited numbers to celebrate Abishu's success in F1 racing. Well, there you go. Now you understand why it's called F1. Now you have this cool headband stripe around the car. Special edition. Ah, very cool. All the special badging, just so you know that this is limited. Ooh, okay. Now we actually have a sportier wheel. Cool. The 80s were a more unique time for cars. Because he had stuff like this. So it's basically, again, just a 1.5 ZXi, but with the special badging on it. So basically they were like, alright, let's just take this car and slap some cool stuff on it. And bam, there you go. Limited edition model. Simple as that. It's crazy, I know. I do not want to destroy this thing. It's too nice to destroy it, to be honest with you. Ooh. Still staying in my word, even though I almost totaled the thing. It's been a while since I've been here. Ah, I broke something regardless. It's fine, we can fix it. That's a simple fix. Ah, there you go, special edition. Oh, and we have to replace the windshield. I mean, we know who to call to do that one. Okay. Bishu. Ibishu. Type X. Sport JDM refresh model with stiffer suspension, larger wheels and tires, body color trim, special badging, and a retuned engine for more revs and peak output. Oh. 16 valve dual overhead cam. Oh. I like the graphics on here. Type X. It's actually a cool badge. I like that on the rear. Actually, I want to look at that real close. Let's get a nice little look at that. Type X. It's even got the little lines in it. That's cool. Sick. We have a cool coche. For none of you that know Spanish, that means car. But you probably would have figured that out pretty quick. Hopefully. And we also have a very interesting interior. And of course it is a manual. because an automatic does not deserve to go into a car like such. This thing is just too cool to have a manual. And I broke something yet again. But this can be fixed. Just ordered bumper replacement. Overall, very nice car. I do like it. I'm not seeing the retune point because it still makes about the same power. But it's fine by me as long as it makes more than 66 horsepower. I think I'm okay. Okay, now we're scrolling down kind of far. Alright, now we are moving into the 2.0 GTZ. So it's an early sport model, special larger wheels, and dedicated visuals. Oh boy, GTZ. Got these special rims, those look sick. Definitely really seals the deal. I like the graphics on the other side. GTZ. 2-liter, 16 valve. I believe it's, yeah, of course, it's inline 4. What else would it be? Duh. Use some common sense. Overall, very aesthetically pleasing. Definitely has a sportier look to it. Interior, still brown. Questionable color choice, but I feel like a black interior would fit this car better. But overall, very nice. Again, I do like the sporty look to it. Definitely screams, wow, I'm sporty. And makes 154 horsepower. That's a step up from the original, what, like 126 that we had or whatever. Something about that. Either way, it's nice and quick, so that's good. Something, no, it feels like something wrong with the alignment. Something's definitely wrong. Oh! Oh, it burst into flames! Oh! Oh, the brakes are gone. Quick! Oh no! Oh, it's too late. Wow. That was a bad wreck. Note to self, if you want to kill a car, do it there. Okay. Now, the next trim level of Das Auto is going to be 1.5 GTZ Turbo. And now I'm seeing SR Tech. So that means we're gonna have an Abishu version of VTEC. Okay, now this one revs higher. And it has 2 spoilers on it. Red interior, I like it. Oh, and it has a little boost gauge on it. Cool. And I believe, yeah, this is JDM. This is in kilometers an hour. So USDM gets a cool one with vinyl and stuff, but this one has more stuff in it, like a higher revving engine. But ours makes a little bit more power. So this one gets special badging. Of course it does. And I believe the other one did too, but whatever. It's quick. Handles a lot better. Okay, this is 87. Couldn't exactly hit 88. What a shame. It's a lot deadlier at high speeds, one would say. Wow. Overall, definitely the crumple zone is questionable on this vehicle. But overall, I think to me it's more about the looks rather than the safety. You know, if I was to die quick, I'd rather do it in something more aesthetically pleasing than, anything else. Alright, now we're moving on into a more interesting territory. So we are talking the 1.6 GTZ SR Tech. Rare high output early naturally aspirated USDM GTZ model and the first car to introduce SR Tech. Distinctive visuals, gauges, special rims, and integrated fog lamps distinguish this model. Alright. I was gonna say it had a sweatband trim around it, but no, it's just red. So, Ibishu environmentally friendly systems. SR Tech. Oh yeah. Oh, cool! They have an updated gauge cluster and a cool little grid matrix in the background. Very nice interior. Do you want to take a look? Is this engine any different? It is! That's a really nice color for valve cover. I like that. That's SR Tech. Sick. VTEC just kicked in, yo. Holy crap. Holy crap, is this thing fast. I gotta take this thing on the freeway, because this thing is quick. Or actually, instead of doing it there, let's try it on this straight. $80 miles per hour. Now that's pretty good. And it does have the fog lamps. Not seeing them, but I'm also seeing a cool little lip here that actually follows the skirt and whatnot. Not in the rear though. Weird 80s car thing. Overall, very unique. And it's sick because it has Ibishu's version of VTEC. Even though I believe Ibishu is like a knockoff Honda. Except actually kind of cooler. If they bring an NSX in, you'll know what they're trying to do. Alright, so we just reviewed the SR Tech. So this is early now. This is the later generation of it. Now I believe this one's special. Yeah. Because of the back and the spoiler. And it has a little indentation in the hood there. I believe, is that for a turbo or something? Oh, it's just the intake. Okay. I was gonna say this is the same thing, except this is just a later generation model of the SR Tech. Still says the beach environmentally friendly systems. I think it's still pretty fast. handles pretty good. Let's see about ending this thing. Whoa, okay. Well, there goes an expensive car. That hurts to look at, but it's over now. Alright. Next trim model. It's a lot more of the VTEC things, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. SR Tech early. I think I'll go with the Camback because that's the most interesting. I mean, they're both interesting, don't get me wrong, but this one's a bit more unique. Definitely love those rims. Oh, those rims are amazing. That's pretty. I like that blue two-tone that goes around the vehicle. It's a little broken there. I do see that. That's a little messed up, so I don't know if they see this. Might want to redo the little texture mapping if that's what it is. I'm no expert. Very nice high revving engine here. Red line is 10,000. Not a surprise to me. It's VTEC after all. That's hard. I like how it even shows on the gauge when SR Tech is engaged. It's like, oh yeah, it's time for the power. This thing is definitely quick. Oh boy, that was a fun crash. Well. Now the vehicle has been mended. Who knows how, but magic forces have somehow fixed the vehicle. What a genuine surprise. Okay. Now we are moving on to Turbo Full Track. Rare full-track four-wheel drive turbocharged JDM model with upper and lower deck lid spoilers, special decals, and limited slip differentials. So we're not working with the crappy open diffs anymore. Very nice. Full-track four-wheel drive turbo. I love this livery. Just screams 80s. Or early 90s. Can I drift it here? Now let's see, can this thing climb the stairs with relative ease? It should be able to, minus the fact that I screwed up the alignment. Or actually... Oh, a little intercooler. I said should be able to, not saying that it would have to. But the ride height and the concept of having stairs here doesn't really help. Oh well. I would say the four-wheel drive works. We're making a mess here. And we're getting nowhere with that, so. Anyway, it's a cool car. I also saw a cool different steering wheel in there. Very interesting. And I wonder, will there be a homologation model or something? Like the MR Turbo? Or will there be something that's not homologation model? We have this one. Not even part of this mod, but... Ugh. Manual. They do have one. Oh my god. What, 8,500? No. Wait. It's 8,500 revolutions per minute. Oh, wow. Oh boy, this is a lot. Super Rev Technology 60. Oh my god. Alright, so basically the entirety of the side of this is like a whole paragraph. Technica 1.6 GTZ. Special body. Trim there. Paint. The decal. Oof. Cool little intake scoop that probably barely does anything. And it has fog lights. And it really pushing them after all these things are built for certain speeds. Also, can't help but notice that there are custom bumpers and side skirts. Technica, whatever. Technica package. Right. Oh wow. We climbed up to the rock face. It's crazy. Either way, I like this car. It's really nice. Now, this video is finally going to be nearing a closing soon. And if you've got it this far, congratulations. You've had to hear my weird blabberings about these cars. But overall, very interesting mod. I will admit. Very, very cool so far. Now the early and these are basically it's the same thing, so we can just skip those. And I believe the last one is MR. Detuned and retooled MR Turbo model designed for the US marketplace with a twin cam, high output 2-liter engine taken from a 2.0 GTZ, a taller redline, and distinctive badging and decals. That was a lot to take in. So oh, look at the back. That's cool. Oh. Over Everest. Sure hope not. I mean, yeah, it was a homologation, so that is pretty cool. I really love the little stripes. Those are sick. So I just wanted to say, all the people who worked on the KLJP mod, thank you, and this is a very cool mod. I really love this. I might make another video sometime, maybe this week or something. covering the other cars that are incorporated in the mod. Definitely the Pestilence are in there, but I think the Zen and whatnot. I think it'd be pretty cool. So anyways, yeah, I think I'll conclude today's video. I would really like to thank you guys for watching today's video. And just go social, support the devs. I'll leave a description or a link in the description for the mod. Definitely download and play around. I recommend it. But yeah, until next time, everybody. Don't illegally import cars.